But to balance things up, how good to see Dujon Sterling back in. I mean, I've got to admit, he was becoming a wee bit of the forgotten man amidst all the turmoil at Rangers at the start of this season. But it was interesting listening to Billy Dodds in the building to last night's game. I mean, he was really effusive of his praise of Sterling having worked with him at the end of last season. He's got knowledge of working with him. And he's talking about Dujon Sterling's in-game intelligence. And probably more importantly right now, his willingness to do the dirty stuff, to really work his socks off and match the physical battle. So I think his re-emergence just ahead of January could almost, one of the puns in it, one of the cliches, but be like a new signing and really crucial at this point of the season. I think you've already said he's got to start at Tynecastle now, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, they'll have to, because obviously Rangers right now have got no one else other than sort of Clinton and Ciara, who, again, a bit like Dujon Sterling, would become a forgotten man. He came in for the Wilderness. He was in the bomb squad under Russell Martin, but Danny Rowe, I think, probably more through necessity than anything else, is brought him back in from the cold. So he got half an hour last night. But as you say, Sterling, I mean, just what we were talking there about Manny Fernandez when it comes to his that, ability to read the danger signs. I mean, that's what Dujon Sterling's brilliant at. I mean, the way he get back onto the line, to hook that, I think it was a Warner O'Hara header off the line, was brilliant. He knew exactly, he could read that this is where the Rangers were weak. Jack Butland's caught out under the cross. O'Hara meets the header, and his first instinct is to get back onto the line and make sure that's covered. And superb clearance, and there's a couple other ones. Obviously, had a wee bit of luck. I think he would have probably given away a penalty for a handball. Quite harsh, because the ball's sort of flying at him at 100 mile an hour. But thankfully for Rangers, the offside flag had gone up in the build up to the incident. But I thought he was terrific. And then the one thing about Dujon Sterling, I don't think he often gets enough credit for his ability in the ball. I mean, he's sort of known as this destroyer type. He can play in a variety of different positions, usually to break up play. But he swung in a great cross for Fernandez. Although being said, 6'5", you can hardly miss the big man. But Sterling, I thought he was terrific. He got himself through an hour on his first start since it would have been April with that Bilbao game when he got injured. But what he provides, okay, he's maybe not the most, how should we say, technically gifted player on the ball. But what he does is provide is proper steel. I think that's what this Rangers team has lacked badly all season, is somebody who's willing to make the crunching tackle, somebody who's willing to put their body in the line, somebody who's willing to do, as you say, do the ugly side of the game, track runners, go into areas where the wider areas, and you have to go up against somebody one-on-one. Dujon Sterling loves all that. He loves the physical aspect of the game. So I just think having somebody with that, more doggy, that approach to the game is exactly what this Rangers team needs. And listen, I'm not saying he's going to play every game, but just having that option, because I think that's what at times this Rangers team has just been feeble at times. I mean, think back to that Bruges game and the 6-0 hammering. He needed somebody who was going to put a couple of challenges on. Put in
hands on side.
Yeah, put in a couple of reducers on and just let the other team know that they're not going to be able to get it all the way. They're not going to have it easy. And so I think that's what Danny Rowe, I fully expect to see him make full use of him, even when the likes of John Souttar and Derek Cornelius have come back, because as we know, he can fill a variety of different slots, and any way you can. I think right now Rangers need to get him in their team.